When you picture your vision, do you see yourself in the center of it? Or do you see the faces of people that will come after it? The ones you may never meet, but whose lives will be forever changed because you refuse to give up. Because the truth is, a small vision ends when you stop moving, but a legacy vision keeps moving long after you're gone. Most people live chasing goals that stretch only the length of their lifetime. But the ones who leave a mark, the ones whose work echoes, they tend to think beyond what's visible. They build not just for impact today, but for influence tomorrow. And this is the difference between success and significance. Both are great, but success adds to your name, while significance multiplies your impact. Influence gets attention, there are influencers everywhere, but impact, real legacy impact, changes generations. This is part 6 of our vision series, and we're gonna end this thing with a bang. Because today we're gonna talk about what it truly means to live a life that's bigger than you. Most people treat vision like a possession, something to own, to protect, and to perfect. And while that is true to a degree, vision was never meant to stop with you. It's actually meant to start with you. Your vision isn't a trophy to display, it's a seed to plant. And seeds are not meant to stay in your hand. They're meant to go into the ground, to disappear for a season, and multiply into something far greater. But that's where many stop. They hold on to the seed because planting it feels like a loss. I'm letting go of it. They think small because small feels safe. They build visions that fit inside the walls of their comfort zone, not realizing that comfort actually kills their legacy and their impact. And the thing that we need to realize is that a vision that's only about you will die with you. A vision that serves others will outlive you. That dream that keeps you up at night, you know the one. It's not about you being seen. It's about others being set free. It's about someone else finding hope, finding courage, finding confidence, finding direction because you decided to stay faithful when quitting was easier. What if your purpose was never about building your empire, but about building a bridge? A bridge for people who will walk behind you. A bridge for those that will use your courage as a roadmap to find their own. When Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his infamous speech, I'm talking about the I Have a Dream speech. The thing I love about it is the story of how it wasn't planned. History tells a story of him having a speech planned, but someone saying, "Tell him about the dream, Martin." And then out of the abundance of his heart, that speech came out. And he wasn't fighting for applause. He wasn't fighting for alignment. His vision wasn't about the moment, it was about the movement. And even though he didn't live to see it fulfilled, his vision kept building. The appointed time is undefeated. Because legacy doesn't require your presence. It requires your obedience. And the same is true for you, the same is true for me, that you might never see the full impact of what you're building right now. But that doesn't mean it's not working. It means the roots are growing even when the fruit isn't visible yet. So I ask you, who is your vision meant to serve? Who benefits when you refuse to quit? Because if your vision stops with you, it's too small. Walt Disney's gone, but we're still benefiting from his vision. Chewit Cathy from Chick-fil-A, gone, but we're still benefiting from the vision. Steve Jobs, gone. I got an iPhone in my pocket. True vision multiplies when it serves others. I would even go as far as to say that the purpose of vision isn't to elevate you. It will elevate you, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is to activate others. And when your vision becomes more than about your own success, that's when the multiplication hits. That's when it becomes contagious. That's when it becomes a movement. That's because service is the multiplier of vision. And the moment your why shifts from ego to impact, everything that has been set up for you begins to conspire with you. When you start asking, who can this help? Instead of, what can this get me? Everything begins to change. Doors open that weren't even on your map. People show up that you couldn't have planned for. and momentum builds in divine ways. I read a story about someone who had a clear dream. She wanted to start a business that would make her financially free. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But the problem was that her focus was entirely on the outcome: the money, the recognition, the image. And for a while, she hit a wall. Nothing grew. But one day she made a decision to focus on the people instead of the profit. And when she began asking questions like, how can my business make other people's lives better? Everything changed. Her vision expanded because it finally served. And here's what we all need to remember. Success that only serves you will eventually starve you. But success that serves others will sustain you. And your vision ultimately isn't measured by how much you have, it's measured by how much you give. So I challenge you to write down one tangible way that your vision could bless someone this week. And it doesn't have to be big. Maybe you're a travel agent and your vision is to give families great vacations. That counts. Maybe it's mentoring someone. Maybe it's sharing your process. Maybe it's donating time or simply encouraging someone who's losing faith in their own dream. Legacy doesn't begin in the spotlight. It begins in service. Another thing that we need to talk about is the simple fact that legacy is built in the small, faithful moments. We love highlight reels, the stage, the accolade, the recognition. But legacy doesn't start there. Legacy starts in the quiet, in the unseen, the uncelebrated consistency of showing up again and again and again when nobody's clapping. Legacy happens when you keep building after motivation fades, when you keep believing after feedback stops, when you stay faithful to your purpose, not because it's easy, but because it matters. And the sad thing is many people want legacy level results with microwave level patience. But the truth is, lasting impact is slow cooked. It's built through repetition, refinement, and resilience. Think of it like carving a stone. Every strike seems small, even unnoticeable. But over time, those small, faithful strikes, they shape something that stands for centuries. So that must mean that legacy isn't built in a viral moment, but it's built through thousands of intentional choices that no one will ever see. Shannon Adler had a quote that says, "Carve your name on hearts, not tombstones." A legacy is etched in the mind of others and the stories they tell about you. And it isn't about what people say after you're gone. It's about what they continue because of you. Every time you teach, you lead, you mentor, you give, you're leaving an imprint. You're carving your message into someone else's mindset. You're shaping how they'll show up when it's their turn. So keep showing up, because what seems small now might be the reason someone else doesn't quit. And there's someone that's watching me that's working hard and the results aren't matching up. You're starting to wonder, is it even worth it? I've been there. And because I've been there, let me tell you this. Every time we choose purpose over convenience, we are sowing legacy. Every time we keep our integrity when no one's watching, we're sowing legacy. Every time we pour into someone else, even when we feel empty, we're extending impact beyond our lifetime. And the world doesn't need more people that chase attention. It needs more people chasing alignment. It needs visionaries who understand that their actions today are shaping the lives of people that haven't even been born yet. I heard a story about an old man who lived in a quiet town. Every morning, no matter the weather, sun, rain, winter, or frost, he walked to the same empty field with a shovel and a bag of seeds. He dug small holes, dropped the seed in it, covered it, then left. He did this day after day and year after year. People laughed at him. "Why are you planting trees that you'll never see grow? You're old." "Yeah, Pops, you way too old to ever enjoy them." "Hey, sir, go sit down. There won't be any shade here in your lifetime." But the old man just smiled and kept planting. One morning, many years later, a family traveling through the town decided to stop in that very field. Instead of a dusty ground, there stood a forest. towering trees, strong branches, a canopy of shade. The kids laughed, ran, played games while the parents rested under the shade. And traveler after traveler found shelter from the heat. And none of them knew the name of the old man that planted the trees. He never sat in their shade. He never climbed their branches. He never saw how many people were blessed by what he built. But his legacy lived anyway. Because legacy is never about being remembered. It's about making sure something worth remembering remains. That's what vision is supposed to be. Not something that dies when you stop working, but something that keeps giving long after you're gone. And you may not see every result of your obedience. You may not witness the full impact of your courage, your discipline, your decision to keep going, but someone will. Someone will sit in the shade of the choices that you're making today. Someone will find strength because you refuse to quit. Someone's future will be brighter because you kept planting when no one understood why. And I end this vision series on this. Vision isn't loud. Vision isn't instant. Vision is faithful. So keep on planting. I know the fields look empty, but keep on planting. I know no one's clapping, but keep on planting. I know it feels like the tree is taking years, but keep on planting. Because one day, someone you may never meet will step into the shade you built. Always remember that growth is a journey. It's not a destination. I'm in it with you, and I'll see you on the next one.